Well,
Oh, fuck.
does it say recording to all you people now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Can I record too? I want to do backups. I do backups
I will go to Bob and go allow record. You now have allow record.
again. I'm an adult.
Yes, I've given you adult privileges.
I'm a grown up.
All right. So welcome to episode 2
Yay!
of Dresden Files. We haven't really given this session a name yet. I was going to go with Welcome to My Nightmare. Sounds
You
good?
got 2 weeks.
No,
2
Campaign
weeks.
2.
Who are we missing?
I don't think we're
Marco.
missing- I don't think we're missing anyone.
No one.
Everyone's
only
here,
6.
man. There's
It's
7
just
of us.
Jordan's been really quiet.
Hey, I'm out of Irish cream. Someone help me out.
All I see is
You have Irish cream?
Yeah,
3
I'm out of
dudes and a
Bailey's.
girl.
Mhm.
Well, 4 dudes counting me, but I'm kind of a girl. Hey.
3, 4, 5, 6,
That's an
Hi.
insult to
Seven
all
people here.
girls.
Unless I've lost my mind.
No,
He
they're all here.
probably just doesn't see me
Right,
on the
it-
list.
That's probably it. That's probably
I
it.
hear
I
a
think
voice in
he-
the sky again.
Yep.
Hey, beautiful.
I don't understand why he can't see me.
Oh, Aaron is talking.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, it's
Because
gone.
you were John Cena.
Oh, I made it worse. I made it worse. Now I only see one person, and it's me.
Oh, God, I feel sorry for you.
I know. It's basically my mother can love
Must
me.
be
She
your
says it
dream
isn't that
come
nice.
true.
No, to be fair, you have
be
a wife
fair.
and kids, and they
Fair.
all love you.
Yeah.
No, there's not my face.
Alright, put that.
Well, now I can see whoever's talking, I guess. So she showed me her avatar now, at least.
Hopefully.
Yeah, there it is. You're blowing fire. Oh, Firebird.
Firebird.
Yeah.
One of the
Kaka,
best.
kaka, tuki, tuki.
I
Considering
totally
the
breathe
things
fire
that-
if I could.
I thought
Considering
we
the things
agreed.
that Erin has drank in her life, I'm surprised she couldn't breathe fire on her own.
Aaron
Wow.
drinks? Aaron, do
Somebody
you
did
drink
drink
and I
her.
just didn't know that?
Dude, we used to do the 5 o'clock ritual.
Oh, fuck, that's right. You're right. It's all coming back to me now.
Wow, you drank away those memories.
I've drank too much, apparently.
Aaron, did you scar Justin so bad that he had to block that memory from his head?
Maybe.
About 5 a.m.?
No, it
It's
was
more- it's
the
more
alcohol,
Dave.
not
It's more
Aaron.
Dave. It was Dave. I blame Dave for the 5 a.m. shenanigans.
I forgot 3 months of my life once until someone insisted I sold mushrooms, which I insisted I never did. And then they're like, but you bought your mushrooms back off of me. And then they went through like the whole memory of it. Like, oh shit. I did sell mushrooms. I sold a lot of mushrooms. Oh my God,
So,
I ate a lot of mushrooms. And like the whole 3 months came all back at once.
So apparently, I have 3 of my really good friends on the coast. All said all of us went to a Vancouver Grizzlies game, and I don't remember it. I don't remember this basketball game that we were
Part
when
of aging.
Vancouver was still there, and they swear to God that it happened. So it's either I'm an idiot or it's a ginormous conspiracy theory against me.
Yeah, I think it's just part of aging.
How about this?
You just have to make
One
new
of the-
memories and override some old ones. Yeah, well, that game kind of sucked. I
One of
remember.
the many reasons why I got a divorce was because I kept telling my wife stories of things that I did that she was there for.
Ah,
Oh,
that's a good reason to get divorced.
Brandon,
I guess.
one of the reasons you got divorced is because your ex-wife was your ex-wife.
Uh-huh.
Oh, another reason is because she's your ex-wife.
She's now my ex-wife because she wasn't my ex-wife then.
No,
we're
because she
saying that
deserves
it's
to be
because
your
she
ex-wife.
is who she is.
Oh yes, okay, that's fair.
All right. All right, fellow
You're not that
players.
It's not like
pretty.
you
I mean,
weren't
that'd be
warned.
you.
Mhm. Is
you
everybody
know,
ready?
I was really hoping to make it to
I'm good to
Ottawa
go.
last month to meet you
Yeah.
guys, but yeah, let's do this.
Okay. All right. So last session started with a plane crash. You all woke up and then found that you were in a dream. You all met each other, tried to figure out what your connective tissue was, only to realize that a couple of you were here for reasons not connected. Some of you aren't even in the same city.
And we can manifest things there from the real
And
world.
you can manifest things. So, Faye decided that he was going to go circle around the area and see if he could find anything. When Faye found that there were doors on the north and northeast points from the plane crash, while you guys discovered a magic door in the airplane that couldn't be opened that had, I think it's 6 keyholes in it. So
Six holes.
six keyholes that need to be filled. So you decided to follow Faye to the northeast to where he saw the one door that led into a temple that he believes to be Alfred's temple from his past. You walk there discussing with each other the various things, talking about your past and your histories and your connections to each other and what could theoretically be the reason for this dream sequence, this dream reality to be happening, and drawing you all together with varying degrees of conspiracy theory. Finally, you arrive, cresting over a hill, and Faye points, it's just over here. And as you crest the hill, you see a lake. And on the edge of the lake, standing on its own, fully upright, is a like a temple door, just in the middle of the lake. And by temple door, I mean like the gates, the ones that open up.
Like the big double beautiful
Yeah.
gates.
That would be in the fenced, the walled area around the temple.
Right back. Oh, I'm so old.
So Faye looks back and he goes, "We've arrived. What would you, as a party, like to do?"
I like to manifest a bridge with the power of, I'd like to, how you say, just really think of a bridge. And
So we're all there, right? Describe the scene of what I see.
you just did.
Yeah, you walk
Floating
up
fucking
the
door.
crest. You walk up the hill. There's snow everywhere. It's starting to get dark. You've been walking for a few hours. You can see the moonlight, and in fact, there's almost a completely dark moon, almost fully blocked by the earth. Just a sliver of light coming around it, and the stars incredibly bright. The smell is crisp. You can smell the winter snow, and those of you who are aware of it can feel the cold and know that it's a psychological cold. There's a lake almost completely frozen over, right?
Oh, frozen. You didn't say that before.
Yeah, almost completely frozen over.
Okay, so we don't need
Right?
the
'Cause
bridge.
you're up north, right? And in the center of the lake, you can see what looks like the gates of a walled, like the kind of ones they're 8 feet tall by
Big double gates.
4 feet wide, double gates made of white alabaster. You recognize them immediately, Alfred, as the gates that were in the wall around the temple that got attacked back in the day.
Do I see anything at the temple?
You don't see the temple. You just see the gate sitting in the middle of the lake. Just there it is. The doors to a gate, no wall attached, just in the middle of the lake, sitting there, straight up.
You have to go into the pocket dimension through the doors.
I guess I walk to the pocket. I go to the gate. I just start
I go-
walking to the gate.
I go with Alfred.
You go down the hill and walk across the icy surface towards the gate. You touch it with your hand, Alfred, and find that it's warm. It's the only thing that just seems to be naturally warm, like the summer. And you grab it and open it. And as you open it, you see it doesn't open to what's on the other side, but opens to another reality.
I push him through the gate.
And what's this reality?
As you open it, it's night, but as you stumble through, you can smell the fire of the burning building, and you can see up the hill past the houses and whatnot, the temple, and the temple is on fire, and there's a full moon hanging right over it. It's
Do
July.
I see anyone?
it's-
Do I hear anything?
Yeah, it's July 7th, 1983, and you can hear what sounds like fighting in the distance.
I grab my
So
sword.
there's stairs, tons of stairs that go up towards the temple and towards the houses if you want to run up.
Wait, now question: should he know what the fighting and what's going on? Because he's already experienced this.
Yeah, so it's not rational, but I grab my sword and I fucking boot it.
As you go to summon the sword,
I follow
it does-
him.
As you go to summon the sword, it doesn't summon.
Weird.
Like at all.
But you still, not at all. But you still keep running. You just kind of head up.
Can I feel its presence?
No, it disappears immediately when you pass through the threshold. You lose the sense of its presence.
I still keep running.
As
This
you
would
begin,
theoretically be his mind that we're in, reliving his memory. So he wouldn't have the sword at the time.
correct.
Because he didn't have
That's
it back
why
then.
you can't summon it, because at that moment you didn't have it
Yeah,
in your life.
yeah.
You,
But I
you
keep
almost-
running.
So
You should almost be
as we'll go-
reverting back to what you were back at the time.
Is anybody else following? Or you
So
Yeah, but it's not. So
Yes.
so what's happening is I'm not being rational at this point, right? All I know is I think I know what's going to happen. I have to stop it.
All right. So before we get to you running up the stairs, what's everyone else doing?
I'm following him. I'm on his
So-
heels.
There's a big staircase.
Yeah. As soon as you walk through the door, it's a dirt path around you for about 10 feet, and then stone stairs and like giant like dragon statues on each side, and then peacocks, and then you can see like all these houses to the left and to the right, and at the top is this giant beautiful temple, 2-story temple.
Fucking
Okay.
Taoist
don't give a
style.
fuck if it's fire.
So I just double check his name. I kind of elbow Jackie Long and go, "Hey, Elm Street, you think you can get me an escalator?"
He says, "I am not going in there." And Rocco looks, he goes, "This is all you guys." And Karen crosses her arms and she's just like, "This is too much for me." And Faye's like, "I'll come in." And like he goes to run in, and when he goes to run in, his hands stop and he can't enter. He's like, "Oh, what?" And Jackie's like, "Well, that's just odd."
Anna is gonna break into a full-on run and go after
You
Alfred.
get in, no problem.
I'm gonna walk in.
You enter, no problem.
Do I still have my
Yeah.
axe?
What's that, Amanda?
I was just gonna say I'm gonna walk in as well.
You get in, no problem.
Do I still have my axe, or did it disappear?
You still have your axe. So
I
as
guess
you,
I'll follow.
as you all begin going up and in,
Yeah.
and running up the stairs as a group together towards it, you hear the loud howl of a Tibetan temple dog, and everything turns to daylight. All of a sudden, around you, the temple's not on fire. You see the monks up at the top, and they're all practicing their katas, their tai chi, all their stuff. Not tai chi. What's the martial art called? Oh, wudang. They're practicing their wudang kung fu. Sorry. And Leo, I need you to roll a lore for me.
Who?
Leo, Alfred. Give me your best roll.
We're all gonna die.
Are we all gonna die? Got 2. Oh,
You got a 2 on lore?
Yeah.
With your bonus?
yeah.
You recognize what's going on. The day hasn't changed, but it's 8 hours ago.
Can I find my master?
Yes, absolutely. Your master would be in the temple meditating right now. But as you walk up past everybody that you see yourself coming down to talk to a man that you had led into the temple a few days ago. And you're bringing food to this guy.
Can I stop that man?
I mean, you can if you want to.
Can I kill that man?
You can if you want to.
I'm gonna kill that man.
Are you?
You can unarmed to try.
Yep. All right.
I have a
what-
sneaky suspicion who it is.
All right. What would you like to do? How would you like to kill that man that you're bringing that your younger self is bringing food to?
I'm gonna grab the sword from my younger self in one full swoop, because I obviously know myself, and then I'm gonna take him at the jugular.
All right. I need you to roll a conviction for me.
I'm right behind him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Woohoo! 6.
Excellent. So as you go to grab the sword from him, you reach out and you drop the plate of food you're holding and see the sword beside yourself. I'm assuming you grabbed for the sword?
Yeah.
Right. You're now your younger self. You grab the sword that's on you. It's a practice sword right now that you have, and I need you to roll an attack if you're just going to attack him.
Oh, am I my younger self now?
Yeah, you dropped to the plate of food. You yourself dropped to the plate of food. You literally just swapped, and everyone saw him just stop existing and become that person.
I'm gonna bring my sword out to his neck and say betrayer.
Excellent.
You remember what he said, practice sword, right?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. The
Yeah.
sword can still like
Oh yeah, you
freaking
beat
break
someone
your
to
neck.
death. You beat someone to death.
I
with
can
one of those.
slash.
All right, so you would be using a presence, yelling betrayer, and he's going to back up in a panic. Where did I put that sheet?
I got 1.
You got 1 for presence?
Yeah, because I have like 0 presents.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Panic! All right.
My feelings are hurt. I'm gonna leave now. I hope you guys have a good game without
Hey,
me.
hey,
Feeling.
it's
You're young.
1983, right?
Fine, your character's young. He doesn't have the presence he does as an older man.
1983, right? Panic at the Disco.
Presence.
Panic at the Disco.
Wait, how many of us were born in '83? Justin was.
I was just born. I'm about to be born in 20 days. This is July 7th, 1983.
I'm gonna be born in a couple of months.
Yeah.
What about the rest of you?
3.
You're 3.
In a little over a year.
in a little over a year. Yeah.
Well, you're,
You're
old,
old.
Bob.
Volus is old.
All right, so he got a
84.
he got a 3 on his presence and begins panicking, and he's like, don't hurt me, why are you doing this? I never did anything to you. And you instinctively feel a tightening of your chest.
I hold my sword still to his neck, and I yell at the other monks, "Call the master."
And
Put
then
my shoulder on his, my hand on his shoulder.
I need you to roll, if you're going to command people,
Intimidation.
either a rapport, it'd probably be a rapport.
Yeah.
A rapport or a presence again. It's one or the other.
I got 2 for report.
Nice. A few of them go off, and a couple of them, speaking to you in your native language, start asking you, "What's going on? Why are you doing this? What's happening? What has he done?"
Hey, Justin.
Yeah.
Is this Yaguai?
No, it's not.
Oh, well.
We
Oh,
haven't
sure.
we haven't asked who it is yet.
No,
You guys
So
haven't
he's
asked
just
me
calling
anything.
betrayer.
We're working off Leo's assumptions.
yeah.
Well, I just wanted to see if I recognized them.
Yeah.
Well,
no, Justin and I talked about this, so
Leo-
we know exactly what's going on.
Leo knows
Okay.
this man as KO.
Tail.
KO. CAO. KO. Or
KO.
cow.
KO.
However you would say CAO. KO.
Cow?
Cow.
Cow.
All right,
Cow.
everybody now. So now this is a moment you all have time to act or do whatever you want. You see Alfred have this visceral reaction to this guy, become his younger self, drop the food, grab his practice sword, and draw it on him and accuse him of being a betrayer. What is it?
Hey, Alfred, do you want me to kill this man?
Do we recognize this man?
Yeah.
I would have no problems if you killed this man, JP.
I jump on and try to start draining him to death.
Okay.
Do any of us speak, I assume, Cantonese?
Mandarin. Cantonese is
Mandarin?
only in the southern regions of China, so
Do any of us
Canton
speak
region.
Mandarin here? That understand what he's saying back and forth?
Let me double check my languages because I have many of them.
Aaron should understand. You of all people
Yeah.
should understand, Aaron.
Yeah, she does. She does.
And Jack and Volus, you guys should basically understand this type of body language. I think any sane person does.
Oh, body language. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
Anna sort of looks at Alfred and in his language, it's like, what exactly did he do?
It's not what he did, it's what he will do.
He'll just hang back with the group like, hey, can we get popcorn for this? Because this has already happened and he thinks he can affect the past.
Do you
Yeah,
think it's
this is-
wise to try and
What? Your dice are going?
if he hasn't done anything yet, he's
Take the dice,
still
don't leave them again.
innocent.
So I'm going to wield the Pengu Fu, and I'm going to stand between Alfred's back and the massing crowd behind him.
Okay.
Basically, like, stand there like, don't come near this.
So as you see all the Wudang monks kind of coming down off the stairs and whatnot, you see the master at the top with a couple of the guys that ran up, and he steps out and he yells in Mandarin down to you in a deep, bassy voice. What is the meaning of this?
Master, we need to lock this man up, and I need to speak to you in private.
He walks down the stairs and looks to the other ones. He goes, "We have been helping this man. We have been
I
giving.
understand that.
We have been giving sanctuary to him."
I kneel down, I understand that. I almost break down in tears talking, because just like seeing this man's presence again after so many years, I almost break down in tears. But I hold it together and tell him, I understand that we have been helping this man.
I need
I need to talk to you in private.
roll a
Mon ami, you know
discipline.
this is not real life.
Roll a discipline for me, Leo. Alfred. This is for emotional control.
2.
A 2? I'd give it to you. You keep yourself from having a full-blown reaction. You knew you were going to see him. You knew coming here. You knew that maybe you might even get to save him, or at least have the chance to save him. But seeing him here acting as if he's still alive is still hard, and it still settles in your chest. He says,
A little
I will
lump.
trust you for this, but I will need an explanation, and one that is worthy of what you are bringing up here and the dishonor you may bring upon us. And he gestures to a couple of the other ones, and they nod back. They pick the man up, and they bring him off to one of the houses.
Anna sort of whispers to Alfred, perhaps pass it off as a vision.
Thank you.
So, despite all this, the people there don't seem to really react too much to you. They almost seem like they see you, but then just as they're about to do something, it's like their minds shudder back. And in fact, with all this movement, you notice people pop out as Alfred looks away from them and back to the stairs practicing their katas. Like they're almost, as soon as he stops thinking about them, they return to what they're supposed to actually be doing.
They can't do a whole lot of. He can't control a lot of different people doing something completely different than what he remembers.
Mm-hmm.
He's just playing out the main characters to this plot.
All right, Alfred, what do you want to do?
Am I with the master alone?
As soon as you try and leave the room, when you walk up to where the master has gone, you're at the beginning of the gates. You see yourself on the steps, walking towards the man, bringing him food. Everyone shudders back to where they were. You sit down. Not you yourself, but the younger version of you sits down with the plate of food and begins talking to the man again.
To pass the set. I literally say that out loud. To pass the set.
You may have to relive this moment, buddy.
The temple will burn tonight. The Denarians will show up. Everyone will die.
I need... well, before I actually do this, does anybody want to do anything?
I tried putting my hand on his shoulder saying it's just a dream, but
Mhm.
I think he's too lost in the moment, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Jack, did you ever get any of that popcorn?
No, not yet. I have a thought.
Mhm.
I want to walk up to one of the people practicing
Mhm.
and shove him.
Okay. Do you
Just a
do it-
little like
Do
shove.
you do it in the field of view of Alfred?
No.
Okay. So you wait. So Alfred, what are you doing right now?
I'm just looking down on the ground. I'm
Okay.
distraught because I know exactly what's going to happen, and I'm powerless to stop it.
All right. So Jack, you walk up to a person and you push on him, and just as he's about to move and looks like he's about to do some sort of like retort grab or something, he shimmers back to where he was and continues doing his cicadas.
Full NPC.
So you do interact with him, but it seems as though there's a bit of like solidness to the reality. You know what I mean? Both in what it's going to do and how much you can affect it. Like even like just to kind of give it to you for free, you obviously saw that Alfred's interaction changed stuff even temporarily. So in that, I need everybody to roll an empathy.
Okay.
Oh, I have
What?
empathy.
Yeah.
Oh my God, -3 plus
That checks out.
2. So I got 1.
So you got
I got
negative
1.
Oh, a total of 1? Okay.
Total of 1.
Okay. 4.
-2.
I probably had that coming.
How much did you get, Amanda?
3.
3. So 3 and 4. Okay. And Aaron?
Get 0.
0. All right. So
Better than
How
mine.
does the Phoenix not have any empathy?
so
The Phoenix.
Volus and Neria, you both have this kind of epiphany to the two of you that there's something in this scene that Alfred probably needs to interact with to push the moment forward, right? Whether that's what is he saying to this guy that he regrets or something. There's something in this moment that, well, might be overtly obvious that he regrets, but there's something that he probably needs to address for it to move
Not
forward in
poisoning
time,
the food.
right?
Okay. Alfred, we keep having to relive this moment. What happened in this moment that's making you relive this?
This was the last moment I served that man. The next thing I knew, he was letting the Denarians in.
And this is the worst thing that's ever happened to you, yes?
My brothers died. My master died. I was the last person left, and I ran.
Okay, why were you feeding him? Why is he there?
Thank you. Exactly what I wanted.
He is a local of our town. He has been down on his luck, and we've been helping him. Many years later, I found out that his family has been kidnapped by the Denarians, and he was forced to do the bidding of them. And by doing his bidding, all my brothers died. He sacrificed hundreds.
Okay, so I get that we're about to witness, that we are soon to witness the destruction of your temple and the people you called family. But why this moment?
Yes,
What
before.
is so important about this moment that you need to see it again?
This is before.
Is there something that's said? Something that's done?
I
Something you
don't
could have
know.
stopped?
This was the last
Did you
time I
tell him
could've-
how the defenses work?
Roll a scholarship, Leo.
Yeah, okay.
A scholarship or a lore, whatever you have higher on.
Well, I got 0. Oh, wait, I got 1 on lore. Look at that. Hey, I got 4.
You got a total of 4?
Yeah.
I'm playing a game.
Since that day, since that day, you had learned something about the way these Denarians work, right? You
I
had
can't hear
learned
you.
that. You can't hear me? Okay.
Oh, we can hear you. It's just you were
We hear
being
Bob
spoken
more.
over.
I didn't mute it. I'm sorry.
So anyway, since that day, you've learned a bit. You were very young and you didn't know as much about the supernatural back then as you did now. One of the things you had done that day in giving this man food and talking with him is you had told him that he's one of you and he is as much a member of this community as anyone else. And basically you made him, by saying that in this moment, this interaction, you made him a member of the community capable of inviting people in. And right now, as you're sitting there, you're giving him this heartfelt speech about care and, looking out for each other.
Well.
So I'm going to go up to him. I'm going to put my hand on his shoulder,
Mhm.
on Alfred's shoulder, and just say, I'm very sorry for what happened to you. But as we saw with the other one, it looks like the ones who were chosen may have to relive their worst moments. So if there's anything we can do to help you through this, please let us know, because there's a reason why we're all here.
I shake my head and I just say, the past is set. I will have to watch this again.
And as you accept in that moment,
Justin,
can you see me?
did I just disconnect? Hey,
Yeah,
my
no,
internet went. Oh, there we go.
Haha, it wasn't me this time.
I know. And I'm on TELUS too, on fiber. So yay, TELUS.
Nice. All right. As you say that the past is set and you can't change this, everything begins to swirl around the group of you, and you're in a bedroom, very simple, svelte bedroom, and you see what looks like Alfred in his bed sleeping.
Oh, you used to
Alfred,
be so cute.
You are there as well, and everything is perfectly quiet. It's nighttime.
Jesus, Alfred, why don't you wear underwear when you're sleeping?
Oh, Alfred, your morning wood is how you say very impressive.
We can
You know-
end it now with a pillow.
That bamboo grows tall, doesn't it?
They don't give you anything at the monastery, Bolus. Zero. I don't know what it's like in Valhalla, but definitely not like that here.
We wear rags.
All right. As you're kind of chiding your friend, you hear what sounds like bells ringing. Tong, tong, tong.
Are they naming your cousins?
Ooh, dinner time.
And-
Smells like barbecue.
And you begin to hear temple dogs howling, and you realize this is that moment. He's let them in.
Mouse. A whole herd of mouses.
Hey, anyone want to like let in a small, quick guitar solo? We'll get Hell's Bells going here.
Your younger self in the bed sits up and looks around. Does anybody want to do anything?
I'll take a look at the window.
You walk up to the window, and you are in one of the houses to the side that you had seen Cow taken to.
Mhm.
And now you're looking. Thank you, Brandon. I can hear the bells. Yes. Thank you.
So it wouldn't be that, like, it'd be more frantic, Brendan. You could find a faster one because it's supposed to alert people. This is
Ding,
for
pang,
wedding.
pong,
Yeah.
dong, wong.
So, as the bells go on, you hear the temple dogs bow, 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 right? And you hear what sounds like yelling out in the quad type area. And you see that Leo's character, the younger self, the younger Alfred, just sitting there looking confused.
I hate to say this, but I think you're going to have to take your place in this.
I know what's coming.
So you must go, and we will come with you. And we will be with you through this whole thing, because you are a friend.
No. Put it away, Brandon. Put it away.
You should
Why,
play
it's
the
like
Bond
Matt's
theme.
wife.
Da, 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 da.
All right. What do you
Okay.
want to do?
I touch myself. I touch myself.
And you instantly transmit. Instantly. Oh, transmit
coffee.
into your own body and become a younger version of yourself.
So
When
are we just going to gloss over the fact that, that Albert just kind of touched himself and then went
then-
inside of a young
Need an adult.
He-
I mean, don't you touch yourself in the present and past, and everything gets destroyed, or you have a happy ending? I mean,
I don't know. I was told by some missionaries that if I touch myself, I'd go blind. Still can see.
Still here. Still,
gotta get
Well,
glasses. You
you're
did
all-
it so much.
Yeah, but you're all squinty.
Not blind. They never said anything about squinty. They said blind.
Blind.
that's true. All right. What do you guys want to do?
I find Alfred and stand near him.
I'm gonna stand at least 7 inches away from him.
7 inches?
I'm giving myself space here.
6
Do what
inches?
you
He's
need.
pretty
Alfred.
close still.
Do what you need to do, Alfred. We will be there to back you up.
We will be on your side, yes.
This is my moment to
Mon
relive.
ami?
I rush out. Did the exact same stuff I did.
All right. The thing is, what you did is you ran to the front gate.
Yes.
Yeah. And upon run,
Vodka, you put vodka in it?
so you go downstairs, you grab a real sword, and you see it's still there as you remember it. And you open the door and you run to the front gate to see a couple dead temple dogs. And 1 second, I'm trying to find a particular page because I'm dumb. Our World 131.
If you actually get a chance, Justin, I know you did
Yes.
a lot of research for this episode. You really need to visit the Wudan Mountains.
It looks so beautiful,
Yes,
honestly.
doesn't it?
So anyway, you go to the
I've
gate
seen
and you
an
see,
anime.
and you see the
Oh,
couple of
God.
dead temple dogs, and what looks like KO is dead on the ground.
Somebody finished him.
Yeah. He opened the door, invited them in, and then died. And that's what you, to this day, believe happened.
Go in there and jump in bed with them. Start cuddling.
You're not in the bed. Yeah, if you come downstairs.
Yeah.
Sorry. Anyway,
Fortunately, we can't see anything that you did not see back then.
What happens next? Where should we go?
Unless he did see something and his memories, he can actually re-see it all and see things he missed that he saw before but didn't recognize at the time.
PTSD.
It's entirely possible.
Also,
Perhaps
now
you can still
the
learn
stuff he's
something.
blocked out, he will see.
Can I look at KO?
yeah, KO's dead on the ground.
What, like, do I see how?
I try
he died?
CPR.
He looks. You're welcome to it.
I'm just
He
punching
look-
on his chest.
Yeah.
Come on!
As you
Come
do
on!
that,
You can come back! It's only a dream!
as you do the compressions on his chest, your hand goes through into the hole that was dug right through him.
So splashing around in it and splash around like,
Just
this is just a dream!
Getting mucky. Get in
You
there.
can't
Get
do
mucky.
this shit! Just get mucky in it. Get in the mucky muck.
Yeah. So,
What type of wound?
I don't
did
stop the
you have on him?
compressions and the CPR and the
what type
breathing in
of
his mouth.
wound?
What type of
wound? Death
wound
time.
did Kale have?
Big gaping hole in his
yeah,
chest.
big gaping
Well,
hole in
I
his
know,
chest.
but were there any other wounds?
No, it looks like something punched straight through his chest.
I'm
Just-
breathing in his mouth. Oh, you can come back. It is only a
Like,
dream.
so it's going
Stand up in him.
inwards, right? It's not popping
Yeah,
outwards
it
like
came
Alien.
through. His back is blasted out.
Breathing in his
Mm.
It
Breathing
looks, it
through
looks like something hit him with the force of like 10,000 exploding suns, and it blew up out his back, through his chest, out his
Fighting
back.
the sentry?
Hmm?
You're fighting the sentry?
I think he's looking better. I think I am doing a good job.
Is
Well,
there
And
any
it just
way
looks at
I can
Jean Paul and
do
is
a check
like,
to see
I
what
breathe.
I know what would make an injury like that?
You kind of takes minty.
Usually
He's trying to
supernatural
say.
beings are fairly strong, and some have the ability to just punch right through you. And whatever it is, did something like that. It doesn't smell as if like a gun had gone off or anything like that. Plus, you didn't hear like a gun, and it almost like a small cannonball went through him. It's like the hole
Oh.
is blasted. His spine is broken out. It's about that time you hear the clanking of weapons, some fighting, and you turn around and see a woman, and she has tentacles coming all off of her, just slashing through people in the moonlight, ripping them apart.
Hmm.
I am sorry,
Down.
Alfred. I do not think I can save him. I have done everything I can.
You did a little
All right,
more
so
than
you see this woman in the moonlight, tentacles coming all off of her, fighting the monks and killing them.
Oh my god, I've seen her in anime. The tentacles were different.
They were thick and full of goo.
Yeah. They are very slippery, as you say.
Oh,
This is not as good as the anime. We should maybe go help them.
I think I saw her in an infomercial once. She slices, she dices, she cuts Julian fries.
All right. You see what looks like a Saint Bernard, a big Tibetan Mastiff, big dog, come and dive at her. She wraps it up and lifts it off the ground and slams it back down. Its paws glowing blue. Another guy runs at it and runs at her, and she wraps him up and tosses him to the side. Another guy comes. She goes to grab him. He cuts her one of the tentacles coming off of her, and she veers back. And then a couple more go at her, and the tentacles push against the ground, launching her into the air on top of one of the houses, and a few of them launch into the air, almost magically chasing after her. As she laughs manically, she moves around.
Do I remember fighting her?
No, you didn't fight her. You didn't fight
Do I
any
remember?
you never fought any of them. Despite holding your sword, you never engaged.
Yeah, maybe this is your time. You have to actually square off.
I have machine guns. We are
Can I
ready.
confirm that I remember seeing these people?
Yeah, this is one of the four you saw.
This is also when you get the green destiny.
4.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Shit,
So
I knew about
maybe
2.
go get that because you couldn't summon it to get when you got in here, but now you can actually get it.
You can get it. I am with you, mon ami. I am ready when you are.
I don't have it.
you know the next person that you come across is Yagwai. And that's before you meet the man with the noose.
Fuck.
More to me.
You never said Nicodemus was here.
Therefore, you
Not fighting
choose Alfred.
I'm going after Yagwai.
I'm gonna get the Pengu Fu axe and go have some fun.
And
I
I
mean,
will
with
be
that,
at
I'm
your
with you, Hingham.
side.
This may be an Alfred's dream, but I'm gonna have some fun.
By all means.
All right, so what does everyone want to do? Amanda, you first. What do you want to do?
I'm going to stick, well, probably about as close to Alfred as I can without getting in his way.
Remember, he's still naked.
He's naked.
It's only a little naked, only a little.
He's not having a naked dream.
Oh no, and I forgot my homework.
And had the dog run away.
Well, I don't get. I'm not having a naked dream, but I'm surprisingly wet, Bob.
Wah wah.
So is he. He had it. He was all up in that one guy's insides.
All right, Volus, you said you wanted to have a little fun. What is Volus going to do?
I'm gonna grab the Pengu Fu and I'm gonna go after. Well, I mean, if he sees the
Yagwai.
Yagwai after round 2, baby.
Well, you kind of meta. You don't know that right now. You see what looks like Deidre running around.
Yeah, I can't make it to the roof though.
Yeah.
So I'll grab the Pengu Fu and I'll be ready for whoever comes around.
Yeah.
I am to the left of Alfred.
Yes.
Machine guns out.
Yeah.
Mac 10s.
I will say to the three of them, an old friend will be coming back to visit us very soon.
I like friends.
And I grab my sword, prepared to go at it. Because if I recall correctly, I probably fought. I know I fought one of them. I don't remember which one we just.
The one you fought would have been with Nicodemus.
Okay.
Right. It was where the guy with the noose, Nicodemus, he
Yeah.
also had another person who never shapeshifted with him. And that was the one you were fighting.
Okay.
But yeah, well, Nicodemus didn't really shapeshift so much as have like an evil shadow aura of death about him. Yeah.
He's essentially Spawn.
Yeah.
Great.
So you remember as you look to the left to the houses, you come out, so it would be the right now. As you look to the right where Deidre's jumping on top of places and those people are following, this is where Yagwai bursts out and starts grabbing people and ripping them in half.
Like I said, an old friend returns.
Do you wait for him to do it?
No, I go try and stop him.
As you run over, you can see him. He's got someone, and he's like strangling them to death in the window that you look through. And as he's strangling them to death, his shoulders separate, and his muscles bulge. His head crinks forward, and his hands inflate and swell. Nails come out of his hands. His jaw distends. Then he turns into this bear-like creature, and he just bites the guy on the face that he's strangling and just starts violently shaking it. Pulls up blood everywhere, and then roars and turns towards the wall that he's about to run through.
Like the Evil Dead amount of that blood just squirting everywhere.
Yeah, he bites that person on the face, this man on the face, and just rips his face off.
Water fountains of blood. All right.
So, do you want to do anything, or are you just going to let him run through the wall?
Well, I can't fight him here. I'm going to have to let him run
So
to
do
the wall
you
before I
tell
do
your
anything.
friends anything, or do you...
Oh, yeah, I literally say, like, there's our friend. He'll be coming.
Oh, okay. So just as you see that, you back up, prepare yourself with your sword, and he bursts through the wall. Brick flies left and right. You see a couple of the other monks leave from fighting Deidre and run down to try and fight him. Now, at this point in your memory, you didn't engage him. You ran right past him and up to the temple.
I guess if the past can't be changed, we've already said that, right? And
Mhm.
proven it. So I guess I'm going to have to go right to the temple.
I'm right beside him the whole time. I never leave
Or
his side.
actually, Volus, can you see if you can take out our good friend there? What happens?
My pleasure.
All
So
right.
I'm gonna go after the Agwai with the Pengufu.
Noise.
I
Again.
asked Kevin what he sees.
You ask Kevin what he sees?
Mhm.
Kevin. I
Evan.
found Kevin somewhere. All right. Give me a conviction for Kevin. Actually, you know what? I'll just roll for Kevin.
B. Plus 5, 8.
Yes. And you're asking Kevin what he sees?
Yes.
So you grab Kevin and you take him out of your pocket.
It's just a millennial with his camera.
Yeah,
Just
as you
like-
go to take Kevin out, he looks to be a solid brick, and you can even, he doesn't look like glass. He looks like he begins to morph in shape ever so slightly. For a second, you feel like you're holding a octopus in your hand, and it kind of sloshes and moves around, and you feel it wrap around your wrist in the suction cups, and then it becomes a 1980s Motorola.
Oh.
Like a Motorola flip phone?
No,
Yeah.
like a brick.
Yeah, brick phone.
No, the brick.
Yes, and he's big, right? Like he's got the
Kevin,
antenna off
you
the top.
look good as ever. What
The-
do you see? And I hold the brick pointing like you would a smartphone. I'm just holding a big old brick, right? Like, he got no camera.
Yeah.
I know he is special.
You kind of hear softly through it, there's something not working quite right in here. There's something weird about this dream.
I'm going to leave you on, and I will give you so much pie when I wake up, Kevin.
Yeah.
You will be so well rewarded.
As you're talking to Kevin, you're in the bedroom. Everything's quiet. Leo's in the bed.
Damn it.
Leo?
Not Leo, Alfred. Alfred is lying in the bed.
A
We've
furry?
Alfred remains-
restarted.
Alfred remains as Alfred, though.
Oh, I tried to bitch smack him and wake
he's
him
in the
up.
bed. He sits up, and I need you to roll the emotional control one, whatever one that is again.
Conviction.
Yeah.
Oh, it's very lucky for me.
Oh, I do have conviction.
There it is.
Look at that
Discipline.
shit.
Roll, it's discipline.
Oh, my discipline is not as high.
I thought it was
No,
just for
conviction.
Leo.
It's just so first. Yeah. So Alfred, roll discipline for me.
Discipline? Discipline, not
Just-
deceit.
No, not you, Bob. Alfred.
Oh, I have it. It's number 5.
I got 0.
You got 0.
Yeah.
You have an overwhelming sense of anxiety. You got a 0. That's not. You actually, luckily, do make it. You don't take any psychic damage or anything like that. Mental damage, because I rolled a -2. But
It was a good 0. Good
But-
0.
yeah, you
Fucking
it's
alien.
the best 0 in the world. You remain in the body of your younger self. You're sitting up, but you do still feel that sinking feeling in your chest. Right? And no sooner do you sit up, waking up before the bells, you start hearing the bells. Ting, 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 ting. You hear the bark, the bow of the dog. Roar! You know it's begun again.
I think you're going to have to go through things the way you did before.
Yes, I see that.
Why did it restart? Just because Kevin was out recording?
No, I believe it restarted because he did not move forward on his path.
Oh,
But he said he was running forward.
I'm gonna
he
say
was-
to the 4 of them, you might as well follow me. And this time,
Maybe.
I am going to do the exact same thing I did in my memory.
So you get up, you look out the window, you hear the sounds, you hear some another one of the temple dogs die, you hear some fighting begin, and you remember that when this originally happened, you didn't leave right away. You waited to see if they would settle it without your help. You run down to the stairs, you grab the sword, you go out, you see Cow on the ground dead. You look around, you look up, and you see her descend towards people Deidre and begin fighting in the moonlight. Her beautiful and terrible form killing the people that you care about the most.
I try to save the guy again.
You try and save the guy. You begin moving as fast as you can, not up the temple, but back towards the house, looking for an escape route.
Ran.
I do not think I can save him.
You hear some people screaming, and you bolster yourself. You thank your ancestors for giving you the strength, and you move. You move up to help your master, to be where you're supposed to be. You turn around, you come back up the stairs. Yagwai bursts through the wall. You run past him up to your master. As you get to the top, you see the doors are locked, and they're locked from the inside.
How did I get in?
You got in because you knew of the secret exit. There's secret exits and paths through this whole building. Knowing that you can't go through this, you remember that the best one is the one down by the houses, just to the side that looks like a bunch of shrubbery, and you run back down through the chaos and the madness, the blood, viscera, and gore to that entrance. You move the bushes and the fake grate aside, and you go up and in. Everybody follows?
Yes.
Afterwards, we need another shrubbery.
I do a cartwheel, the forward. They're just doing cartwheels.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oui.
All right.
Parlez-vous français?
Maybe next time we should have a path. Sorry.
As you get up to the top, there's the secret hatch. I need you to roll another discipline because you can, as you go to push against the door, there's resistance.
3.
3? Nice. You know what you're about to see bothered you for quite a long time. You know what's on the other side is decisions that you made that you can't undo, even in this dream. And that's what you felt while holding the door, is that part of this is a bit of regret. Living through these moments of regret, having to live with the choices you made and thinking maybe if I had done something different, it could have been different. You push the door open and you climb up. Does everybody follow?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oui.
Mm-hmm. As you climb up, you see what looks to be a man you've never seen before rifling through stuff.
What did I do in the past? I probably tried to stop him, right?
Yep.
Or did I just, I literally did the same thing because
Okay.
I can't do anything different.
All right. Well,
What does he look like?
he looks to be a little bit British.
How's he dressed?
Everyone's
He
a little
is
bit
dressed-
British.
Yeah, exactly. So British. So he's
He is
blonde.
dressed like Prince Albert.
Yeah, he's blonde. He's dressed a little bit like Prince Albert, and
Through his neck? If he looks like a
No.
Prince Albert, then
no, not that kind of Prince Albert. A very different kind of Prince Albert.
okay.
So describe what this guy looks like, Leo.
And a well-kept suit, a tie, like think of the Victorian age, a really well-kept English lord of the Victorian age,
Mhm.
and that's what this guy looks like. He is completely out of place.
Hey, buddy. Grey Poupons in the kitchen.
He says
Who is
Well-
that, Albert?
Is that supposed to be a Boston accent?
he looks to you when you say that. When all of you climb up to the top, and as he's jostling through stuff and tossing things about, he goes, "Oh, my friend, it seems as though I've come about some trouble here. Maybe it's you who can tell me where we will find it, where we'll find the sword."
Do I remember this guy?
Oh, absolutely. You know that he's going to talk and he's going to draw a sword. He's going to he has a kukri just about that long that he's about to draw from behind him to fight you.
Okay.
But his reaction to Volus is odd. It's not as you remember it.
He notices us.
Weird.
Power.
And he begins walking around the room, and he's like, if I can't find what I'm looking for, I might as well just push you guys to give it to me, shouldn't I? Tell me, where is the sword of power?
Anna
there
is
is no
actually
sword.
Anna is going to take one of those speed grow oak acorns from her pocket and
Sure.
flick it at his feet,
It's
so
just
that
done.
an acorn just poof.
Can I ask? So this didn't happen in the past. He's talking to us now, right?
Yeah,
So it's
when
got to be present day. Can I summon the sword?
you try to summon the sword, but you don't. You still have the sword you've been carrying as a young man, though. Despite it not being present day, it seems as though everything can react. You remember when you first got there, calling the master down and trying to. You can change things to certain degrees.
In this reality, you haven't earned it yet.
But I can't.
I look at them. I'm like, I don't think this should be happening.
Yeah, but yet he's ready to square off.
He says, of course it isn't supposed to be happening. Many terrible things happen to everybody. Now, where did you lot come from? We weren't expecting Americans, or Swedes for that matter.
Is this your nightmare?
Am I able to flick my acorn at his feet?
Yeah, so you do flick the acorn, and it does what? Because you can give life to things. You can't make things instantly grow to adulthood.
I thought I was able to do stuff like that.
Yeah, well, you can like take a statue and make it come to life, right? That's what that
No,
ability
is
is.
there one of those around?
There's tons. You're in the temple.
Yeah, like you could make the acorn start growing at a normal speed for sure.
Oh, okay. Now, if there's like a temple dog statue?
In this room, there are, so you've come into a room and through the floor, kind of like a hatch, and there is what looks like tables, displays, all sorts of like carpets that are hanging all over the place, like little like mannequin like type statues, like puppet type stuff. If you want to touch something and make it come to life, you totally can. It'll be alive for how many rounds is it
It's
again?
18 seconds per
18 seconds.
point.
Yeah,
Grab a bunch of brooms and go full Fantasia on his ass.
you totally could do that.
love that.
I gotta like jet in like 5 minutes. Not the jet, but I gotta move the car in like 5 minutes.
So you think about that for a second, Aaron. Amanda, what do you want to do?
I
Mhm.
am going to put one of my hands behind my back
Mhm.
and try to manifest a dagger into it.
All right.
Because
Because of
now
your
that people are actually reacting, I'm not going to chance an attack on us.
you being a mayor, you can just manifest any sort of weapon you want, to be honest. So you have no problem doing that. All right. What kind of weapon do you manifest? You said a knife of some sort?
Yeah, I want a dagger.
Okay. You manifest a dagger exactly as you envision it. Beautiful and graceful, fast, powerful, made of a metal that you know, because you believe will not break, could not possibly break. All right. What do you want to do, Bob?
Well, machine guns is just automatically start firing on everything that moves because it's only a dream and I have no respect for it.
So you got to fire on Reginald here?
Yeah.
Okay. Before we do all that, what are you doing, Jack?
I'm going to grab the brim of my hat
Mhm.
and pull it down into the helmet.
Nice. Volus, did you have something you were about to do?
Yeah, I've got my axe and I'm ready to strike.
Okay. And Aaron?
Because I know who
She's
this
going to
motherfucker
grab
is.
one of those tapestries, yank it down, imbuing it with life, and whip it at him to try and wrap him up.
All right. So you're moving, you're
Aladdin
grabbing a knife,
tactics.
you're preparing.
Tactics.
Everybody's,
Good tactics, actually.
everyone's preparing.
Fucking blanket
All right.
damage.
I
I think you
need
can hold your ass.
everybody to roll athletics or alertness, whatever one.
Do I have athletics?
Yeah, alertness. Alertness.
Alertness.
Alertness is the one. That's the
I
one
have
for
plus one for
initiative,
alertness.
right?
Yeah, I got plus one.
There is a
4. I got 4.
6.
Ooh,
Six.
wow. Okay, everyone's better than me. I can roll really good at dice. Fuck you, ball. I get it. Nice fingers.
3 for Vola.
I've got alertness fairly high up, so I gotta get addition bonus to it.
I got 2
I'm really
pluses,
good at
minuses,
planning my
but I got a
character.
+3 to alertness.
All right, we just need Alfred to do something. Technically, from what I can tell right now, the first act are going to be
Apparently, Alfred's doing what his wife told him to do because he ain't here right now.
Yes. So
Move the car, bitch. Well, it's not like I'm busy on a game or anything. You're just sitting on the couch doing nothing. No, you move the car. Oh, that makes sense. You know, I do the same thing with my wife because she's a fucking mean bitch, and I listen to my wife. It's fucking easier that way. Yeah, sure. I'll
Asian
move the
wives are like
motorbikes.
that.
Not like I was doing something important.
That's Asian wives to a T.
Yeah.
Be careful
Oh, yeah.
of Tiger Mom.
Tag them out. All right, so the way I do this is if you're on the same initiative, you can act together, right? So Jordan and Volus would technically be able to act together, as Amanda and Aaron would be able to act together as well.
And I am with Telford.
All right, so that's -2, and
Go, Jack. You got to punch up to the left there, Jordan.
Always punch up.
always punch up, never punch
Always,
down.
but don't punch down, bitch.
All right.
Punch up. Do better. Do better. My wife also says that's
Don't
not
like my
weird.
act.
Wound.
Waiting for him to make things.
You know, it's bad if Slum's like,
As soon as Leo gets back, we'll roll for one of Leo's. There you go.
too far.
That's two. So -2.
Leo gets tossed in the metaphorical trunk.
Yes. For the moment, he's in the trunk.
All
Yeah,
of a sudden, a
this is-
I
trunk
feel like I'm always
manifests.
punching down. Is that an accurate situation?
This is
Am I-
his story.
am I always
He's
punching
getting it
him?
out.
So Reginald got a 0. So he's
Oh.
acting. So lucky you guys, he's acting last.
Yeah.
It's Reginald Hardbottom.
Yes. Power bottom. He prefers power bottom.
Power bottom. Dear diary, this whole marriage doesn't work out. That's what I'm doing. I'm telling you, I'm fucking switching sides, and I ain't pushing it in. That's way too much work. I've already been doing that most of my life. I'm on power bottom.
That's
I'm
it.
just gonna lie there.
Take it.
Yeah. You fucking do the work. You're gonna jump the fence. Go.
Harder, you piece of shit.
Ah,
What's
fuck.
taking you so long?
I want piss blood. Like, come on, bitch.
Oh man, I was not ready for that.
Oh,
I'm
we're
just
gonna be
punching
editing
down
this
all the
video.
time. I'm just punching down. I can't punch up, okay? I tried. I still move furniture and I'm 40. Like, fuck.
I never
painting
expected
a
us to have
picture
to
of my
bleep
life.
anything, but here we go.
It
And
is-
one of my good friends is sitting unemployed in the kitchen. I punched down.
Moving the car. All right, so which also leaves Jordan and Volus, or Jack and Volus, on the same round. So you guys should probably figure out what you're going to do. But first, it's going to be Amanda and Aaron. So do you two know what you want to do?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh, yeah?
I want to feel
Is
this
there-
drain.
You can both act in the same round. So if you want to like kind of work something out too, because she's going to pull the thing, you're going to do the thing.
Gonna
Before
pull
or
the wool over
after?
his eyes.
Before or after? I don't
The
know.
thing is, I'll probably.
The shroud.
Aaron, where are you standing?
She's right up next to Albert right now. So she just reaches back towards one of the nearby walls, yanks down a tapestry, and flings it at this guy. And it just starts, it almost starts to look like it moves on its own and attempts to wrap him up.
All right,
Full Aladdin
what-
rug style.
Do you remember what the wording for that stunt is?
Yeah.
It's called Arabian Night.
Do you want to read that out?
Like Arabian.
Yes.
Hey.
Essence of sort of mixed in with some of the other stuff here.
You didn't copy it out and print it and put it on your wall and be like, Justin's so smart. What a good dungeon master he is.
Type magic. 11.
Oh yeah, I can see you're a dungeon master. That's
This
me
can
wet.
also give life to an inanimate object for up to 18 seconds at a cost of 1 point per 18 seconds.
Yes.
Why didn't your wife move the car? You're
That's
kinda fucking
all
busy.
that's in the saying.
Oh,
Okay.
it's okay.
All right. Leo,
Did she not
roll
drive?
alertness. Two for alertness?
Oh, alertness? Sorry.
Yes.
5 for alertness.
5. Wow, I left a space right for you.
Your
Perfect.
diary.
Dear Diary.
With your
So
space.
right now, Amanda and Aaron are going first. Now, I didn't add any weird modifiers, which I'm really glad. So you can just grab it and toss it. I need you to do an athletics to toss it on him, and he's going to roll to jump out of the way.
Okay.
All right, Amanda, you can also do something if you want to somehow help her with this.
I would have, because of where I believe I'm standing in relation to her, I would have seen her go to move.
Yeah.
So I would have waited until she finished moving to move.
Yeah. Okay.
So the way I move depends on how it lands on him.
Yeah. All right. So what'd you get for your athletics, Aaron?
I only got 3.
He got a 4. As you go,
Shit.
so you've always got fate points. Never forget that. You can change it. He dodges and summons a kukri. Not summons. He pulls it from behind him and goes to slash at one of you.
I will use a fate point to
Mhm.
up that to. I guess it goes up to
5?
5.
Okay. So, yeah, the one thing is, while you were doing that, I was waiting for him to try to dodge so I could try to slice across his chest when he moved.
Nice, nice. I will give you a fate point for working that out nicely. So you block him as well in that.
Mhm.
So the aspect right now would be surrounded. So anyone wants to tap that for free, it's there.
Okay.
All right, so I will say that is your move, your action, and any free thing you want to do, I guess, would be talking.
Jordan, I see you.
Title of my sex tape.
I will attempt to keep him held.
Okay, so with that thing,
Title of
we
her
will
sex
add that to your initiative. So we'll go black carpet, blam. All right, Amanda, I would
You
need
might try to
an
eat through that
attack.
carpet.
Give me an attack near you. So weapons or whatever you got that you can do, you basically it'd be your weapon stat plus whatever you roll.
Okay.
And
2.
you got a 2,
Mm-hmm.
and I have plus 2 to that. So then it's a 2. It goes to the defender. So he catches your dagger with his kukri and goes, and that will be his defense on it. Unless you want to spend a fate point or use some other thing to get a better attack on this guy.
May as
Does
well
he get any
use the
negatives for being wrapped
surrounded.
up?
He just, you know what? Good point. Because he would also be fighting that carpet because you did get that off. That's true.
So can I ask you a question, Justin?
You may ask me anything.
We're fighting this guy and it hasn't resetted yet.
Why hasn't it reset? Because
Yeah.
you remember fighting him.
Oh, yeah, okay, that would happen. Yeah.
But I
Just
remember
hypothetically.
fighting him.
Yeah.
But these guys aren't supposed to be fighting him.
We aren't
Mhm.
necessarily doing anything of major importance to him right now.
Yeah.
Nothing he can't fight his way out of.
I was gonna say, we're not really injuring him, we're just holding him.
It is your turn right now. Well, almost your turn. You're next. So you're on deck. For Aaron, no, Amanda, because Amanda just attacked him, and he got the exact same 3 and 3, as I recall. So, but because he's wrapped up with the one side, I will give you the point, and he takes 1 damage.
Okay.
He takes a 1. All right. Now it is Alfred's turn. Alfred, you were wondering why things haven't reset. I would roll a scholarship and count that as your free action.
Well, that's a wise piece of advice if I ever heard it.
Yeah.
Hey, I
Yeah,
got a
Henry.
4.
You got a 4?
Yeah.
You remember fighting this guy for quite some time, and the way this dream logic worked, it seems so long as it's the entirety of the event, it won't reset. Right? Like you remember
if I
you
don't-
called the master came up, there was all sorts of stuff that you were doing right when you got here. That didn't happen as it was, but part of you feels like so long as you're engaged with it and it doesn't go longer than what you remember it being. And part of you knows you fought this guy for quite a few minutes.
So if shit start going south, book it and it'll reset.
Yeah, if you think maybe because you had opened the door to the temple, which you had not gone into the temple, and as soon as you entered the door, it reset it. Right?
Right.
And the first, and then the second time with the Denarians there, doing something wildly different changed it, made it reset.
So, what do I remember fighting this guy? Was this when my master came to save me?
This is this is about 2 or 3 minutes before that. You were 1v1 on this guy, and he was almost supernatural in all his movements, his strength, his
Almost?
speed.
He was holding back.
Yeah.
So, if I was to fight him,
Mhm.
I wouldn't have the skills I'm supposed to have because my memories can't change.
No. You know you did hold them off until he overpowered you. Right? He almost seemed to be toying with you.
So if I also interfered, that would mess with the dream and reset it.
Not necessarily.
Think of it this way. The start of the fight and the end of the fight are fixed points. What happens in the middle doesn't really matter.
Mm-hmm.
As long as the fight starts and then it ends when it's supposed to, the way it's supposed to. Doesn't matter how we get there. So we could throw in a whole army, and as long as he kicks everybody's ass
Mm-hmm.
within that time, then everything.
Well, I guess I'm going to fight him.
All right. You want to do an attack? We'll use your sheet as your sheet is for sanity's sake.
Okay. Well, that's the thing, right? I need to. So I'm going to go with a sword, and I got a +3 to a 5, which would be 8, or weapons, which would be 8. And then I am going to boost. Well, I mean, there's absolutely no point at this point. Let's be honest.
There's no point. So what's your total?
8.
8? Okay. He rolls weapons. Okay. And gets a 7. So he did not too bad this time. 3 plus a 4. So you do overpower him. And plus he'd have the negative as well. So he'd be a 5. So you would do a 3 damage on him. So as you go to do a 3 damage on him, so that'd be 2, 3, you see something odd, something that you had only seen at the end of the combat. His eyes become snake-like from normal human. They turn into slits. And his face puffs up a bit. And he says, "I will not be so easily overtaken." And he will use a fate point, which I will knock off from here. And actually, he'll have to use 2, using them up, to get him 5, 6, 7, 8. Brings him to a 9. So he deflects that, and you see he begins shifting.
What do I remember when he shifted?
He didn't shift. It was at the end his eyes became serpentine. He didn't shift during your fight at all.
Are you interfering action, or are we waiting for his play?
I'm waiting for, well, he's got his free action. He's done an attack. He can do a move. I'm just waiting for him to say something about it. Just letting
This
him
isn't right. This didn't happen. I'll yell, this never happened. And then I will use my stunt, and because I know this hasn't happened, I'll use Wudan sword technique.
and add to it.
Yeah,
Nice. So that adds what, a 4 to your attack or
that
something?
adds a 4 to it.
Oh, geez. So you put him to a 12. So that brings, so that's so puts him back to 3 damage.
Yeah,
He's
and I'll yell, you should not be here.
awesome. Fucking A. He takes the 3 damage as you slight your sword sideways and push forward, like you use your elbow and elbow him to kind of set him off balance as the carpet wraps on him. All right, Bob, it's your turn.
I use my inhuman speed to
Yes.
run beside the baddie,
Okay, you move beside him with ease. So
and
that's
I
your move.
fucking grab him with my hands on bare skin.
Do you
and-
want to use inhuman speed? You don't need to. If you use inhuman speed, you'll have to roll against your hunger.
If I don't
You don't
to,
need to. You're right there, man.
I
You
am
could
right
probably-
there. Yeah, he's
You are right there.
It is a dream, so it's kind of playing out Dreamscape speed. All right, I won't use human speed. I'm gonna use my inhuman strength.
Okay.
And might.
Mhm.
So that's 2 + 2 plus my roll, and I try to fucking drain him for everything he's worth.
So we're going to do two things then.
Wee.
All right, so you use your inhuman strength to grab and hold on to him. So that'll be opposed. So let's go your might versus his strength. Which, boy, howdy, I can't roll worth shit this day.
4.
He also has inhuman strength. Actually, he has supernatural strength.
Same difference.
Well, it gives him a higher bonus. So
I'm just a vampire.
yeah, he's a Denarian. All right, so that would be that's 0.
I knew Jesus. Special.
He has a total of 6. What did you get?
4.
4. Okay, so he does resist you as you're trying to grab at him. He's got this blanket wrapped one arm while he's trying to fight with a kukri with the other, as the blanket's wrapping around him and trying to get a better grip on him.
Didn't
And
that give him a minus roll of some sort and a blanket
did.
wrapping around him?
That was
And I
with the minus.
Still got a 6?
He's a Denarian. He's got like a huge-
Denarians. I got the
So,
stats.
yeah,
The stats.
he's pretty strong. Realistically, yeah. All right. So, did you want to use any points?
I scream, I am the Bowers Market, you motherfucker.
And use a fate point and as an aspect.
Yes, I'm gonna fucking shit. But 1 second, sorry, I gotta get a scribbly device.
Okay. I hear you running upstairs. There it is.
I got a scribbly device. Silly question.
Mm-hmm.
How many fate points do I have right now?
You should have what you started
30?
off with the episode.
4?
You should have whatever your refresh is. Your adjusted
5.
refresh, so maybe. Because we
An
had
old sheet.
14, are we at 14 fate points?
Yes.
Yeah. So it'd be 14 fate points minus whatever it is to be a white court vampire minus evocation, which you took, as I recall. So that's where you should be.
I have no idea what that is.
Well, evocation is 3.
Yeah. So 3. So plus, I think it's 8. So that's 11. So that would be bringing you to 4 remaining.
I'm close to the edge. All right.
It's 11 minus 14 minus 11.
Edge.
Unless you took any stunts, upgraded anything. If you did inside
I
of
haven't done any of my upgrades yet, so I can't even
Yeah.
estimate it.
Yeah, you haven't done incite emotions at a distance. That's a -1, right?
That's gonna be my next one. That's what I should have done when we up leveled, but yeah, I need someone to hold my hand to do it. So I got 3. I got 3 refresh points left.
Yeah, if you're using them, yeah, absolutely. And you could use all 3, but then you're basically tapped. For,
That's with a refresh too and all that. Okay.
unless you want
But I
to.
just did refresh is 5 though.
So it'd be 8 plus the 3, which would bring you to 11, right? Because evocation is 3. Math. Actually, you know what? I have the book right here. That's our world.
No, the estimate's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
We don't need to dig. Let's just keep going.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do call, so I'm down to 3 fate points.
Yeah. Okay. Which boosts you to enough. You beat him by 1. All right. And that is, you're trying to drain him, right?
Yeah.
All right. So then it would be your incite emotions versus his will to resist it. So
This is
That is-
probably going to
that
make
is-
Anna very uncomfortable.
Leo, I think you might feel a little tingling in your brain.
You
Yes.
don't like one guy sucking on another?
So you
No,
get
it's the manipulation of life force.
I'm used to this with you, JP.
so you grab him and you say, what are your sins? What are your regrets? Whatever, right?
Yeah.
All right. What did you roll?
Tell me your sins.
So roll a conviction against his.
Isn't he
five.
the embodiment of sin?
5 plus 3, 8.
Nice. You absolutely overpower him. He fuck. So he would have to spend 2 again to not have this happen. He spends the 2, which would bring him 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It would bring him to a 9 to resist that.
Oh, that is not fair.
He can,
I rolled the best. I can only roll one more point. Like
Can I spend the
I have
point
that
to help him
for
out?
conviction.
yeah, if you can justify giving him a point somehow, definitely.
Oh yeah, well you can always count on friends.
Good point. Yeah. You, with the sword at him, push harder and headbutt him. Right? Smashing your head right on the hardest part of your head right on his nose, breaking his concentration as JP's hand is gripped on his neck. And he gets, so mark off the use of the fate point.
Yep.
And you get it. You begin draining him. Oh God, how many fate points can I use? I'm gonna use it. Oh, fuck you! I'm gonna use another fate point. It's too easy. He can't let you have it that easy. He's running out though, boys.
Somebody grab the noose.
He doesn't have a noose. It's not that guy.
It's not Nicodemus.
Oh, I thought it was Nicodemus this whole time.
This is Reginald.
Oh.
Pulling out all the stops.
This is the guy I was fighting.
Yeah.
Hey, can we invoke the free aspect? You're surrounded? Because there's 2 of us.
Absolutely, you can invoke that.
Then
for
we
free.
invoke it.
Oh, fantastic!
Nice call, Leo, my good sir.
Which would bring you to 11.
Again. Yes.
All right. Reginald, head-butted, surrounded with everybody teaming together. You begin draining him. He drops to the ground and he starts going off on. I took the coin and I accepted it.
I feel
Accepted
refreshed
as a
and so
young
much
man.
of energy. This is good
I
stuff.
allowed this creature, this demon inside me. I allowed it inside me. And he begins to shift.
Jesus forgives you for your sins, because I am a true believer.
And he will invoke supernatural toughness.
Oh.
Hey, Brandon. Supernaturally split his head from his body.
All right. It's Jack and Volus's turn.
So he's still, like, he's got one arm pinned and the other arm was holding that kukri, right?
Everybody's on him, yeah.
I want to freeze that kukri to the point it's so brittle it'll shatter.
Awesome. Neria has her dagger hooked into it. So she's got one hand lifted up. And you can see right now he's beginning to puff up. His skin is becoming scaly and his jaw is beginning to dislocate and split down the middle.
Yeah, see, I learned from my last Denarian fight. Don't hit them directly with magic. Hit the shit around them.
All
so
right.
I'm taking his weapon.
Do it.
Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8.
8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sorry. 3, 4, 5, 6, okay. So you did an 8 damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
To the weapon. I want to shatter it.
It shatters easily. In fact, Neria's blade, as you're hitting the cold, you start feeling it become brittle in your hand, and you snap the blade, and his hand comes slam straight on the ground, the blade spinning off on the ground. So his kukri's gone. But his hand is now becoming scaly, almost lizard-like.
Yeah. All right,
Doc
Volus.
Connors?
Yeah, I'm
Take
getting
him.
the heck out of the way of that.
Yeah, he's going full Doc Connors right now. I've dropped my dice because I am dumb. All right. So,
I've cleared the path.
Bolus, what are you doing?
So I'm going to take the axe, but I'm going to take it two-handed on either side of the blade.
Yeah.
So on the back end of the blade. And I'm just going to shove it into him.
You're just going to
Oh,
push it
talk
into him?
dirty to me.
Press it into him.
Mm-hmm.
Press it into me.
Press the blade into him. Because they're not going to swing wildly and risk hitting the
Give
people.
me a axe.
But I want to get this guy.
It's
So
still an attack.
I know. I'm just saying.
Give me an attack.
These get 4.
I rolled a 3.
Ooh, oh my God, more to me. You know how to talk to a man.
Weapons is a +5. So that's 8.
Second, I got to add more damage that he can take. So what? I'm looking at the Denarian, and they can go to 10. They don't stop at 8.
Okay.
All right. So you did what? How much
8.
damage? An 8. All right. Where is his weapons? Sweet. All right. So that would be 8. 8. He doesn't.
Does he have weapons anymore, though?
He's an weapons 8 beast,
Oh, okay.
right?
But he still has the
In fact,
deduction, yes?
well, he has armor 2, right? Just natural armor 2. So that means so that's canceled out by the deduction.
Okay,
So I've just been straight rolling it with his athletics,
gotcha.
right? So he's a beast. Right? All right, so you did 8, he did 8 as well.
Okay. So then
So-
I'm going to use.
So as you're doing that, he moves his head and pushes the blade up, so like you're trying to get it into his head, and he's moved his head around, and you can see he's starting to resist Jean-Paul. He's actively morphing now into his second form. You've defeated his human form, and he's morphing into the beast form.
Oh, he's going to Super Saiyan 1.
Yeah, he's going into his second form.
Well, Brandon, shall we pump this up?
Mm-hmm.
Pump
So-
the jam.
Get it now.
Do you want to do something to get it past the 8?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to use a fate point touched by Valhalla and add +2. So that makes it 10.
Nah.
And I'll use a fate point. Cold as ice as I mock him.
Sweet. So that would bring it to. So you're going to bring it to a total of 12.
Well, yeah.
You know what? I'll add a fate point because I'm suspicious of new people.
You've used your.
Yeah, you can always add more fate points. The great thing about
Oh.
fate points is you can use them all. Everybody can use them all at
There's
once.
going to be more bad guys, and I don't want to do this all
All
over
right,
again.
all right. I won't blow mine.
All right, so he's at 10.
I have a question. Because it's a controlled like pressing of the axe and not just a swing, can I use might?
Might's more for breaking stuff, but you are trying to break his head, so might would add a +4 to it, correct? Or is it a
Plus-
3? I think it adds a 3.
It's 3.
Yeah.
+3. Because of my inhuman strength.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. And it does meet his catch, which would be a blessed holy sword, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, absolutely, I'd give it to you. So he can't, because now that you're using the sword on him, he can't use supernatural recovery.
Yeah.
All right. So that would bring you to 15. Is that where we're at?
Yeah.
15 to his 8. All right. Mythic strength gives him a bonus 2. Unlisted skills usually default to average. All right. So that is a difference of 7. So 4, 5, 6, 7. He takes the 7 damage.
It's pretty fucked.
Right? So in doing so, you turn the blade, and with everybody kind of jeering together and kind of sinking and, simpatico and kind of vibing together, you get the blade. He does this thing to try and get the handle to move it, and you sink it into the side of his head. And he, like I said, it's a serious gash. It's grievous what you've done to him. Is there any free action or a move or anything you want to do?
Break that.
Either of you, because it's the end of your turn at that point.
I will take a step back.
You take a step back. What do you do, Volus?
I'm trying to come up with a witty quote, but I can't figure out one right now. So no.
Insert
He's
witty
got a splitting headache.
There you go. Got a splitting headache. New aspect, splitting headache.
Okay. Brain freeze.
Headache. All right. It's his turn now. He is
Uh-oh.
going to do hulking size as he shifts and try and throw all of you off. You all who are intimately interacting with him need to roll against a 10. To not
Is
be
it convection,
thrown.
strength?
Whatever you want. Well, not. It has to be a physical thing that you're doing. So weapons, a strength of some sort, a might. Just whatever it is to not be thrown off. It's a 10 you have to beat. You got a
Presence?
5.
Does
Brandon's
presence
got
count?
5 off the get.
Yeah. If you're
I
interacting
rolled
with him,
0.
anyone who's like Alfred's interacting with him, right? Neria's right there next to him. He's gonna just boof and push everybody off, right?
I'll use might. You
use your might.
Is the
So-
does
And
the
human
tapestry
strength, which
need
is plus
to-
4.
Yes, he's going to. I'll roll. You can roll for the tapestry. Add 2 to it for its strength because it's a magical tapestry.
Okay.
To not be sundered.
Alrighty.
Can I use inhuman strength?
I don't
use
even
my
think
Inhuman
it-
might again.
Huh?
Can I
What's
use
that?
my inhuman might again? Because I just
This-
used it with the axe.
It's the same round, so no.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
Can I use inhuman strength or just might?
Inhuman strength is natural. It's your natural ability to do stuff. The more you use your stuff like that, Bob, the more it's going to calculate against your hunger.
True, but I just did a bunch of draining.
Yeah, sure. It still calculates against your hunger.
Okay.
You'll have to roll a discipline after.
Okay, I use human
Not
strength
to
with
not
might
go
for
wildly.
4, 5, 6, 7. 7.
You got a 7?
Yeah.
Okay. He got a 10, so it's not enough. He sends you flying back.
Tapestry only got a 2.
That's half of the street got it too. Unless it wanted to spend fate points, which it does not have enough.
It gets flung off.
Yeah, it
Starts like inchworming back
You-
towards him.
as he like goes out like this, you hear "Ah!" as it rips in two.
Oh.
Sad tapestry noises.
Spooky.
Carpet, no!
All right,
Just got him fixed.
all right. So whatever you rolled, the difference of that, you take that damage. So it's a 10. So if you rolled a 7, you would take a 3 damage on physical. Because he's going to send you flying against a wall.
Oh, jeez.
If you go above your ability to take physical damage, you can take a minor consequence, like a broken nose. I broke my arm. I got hit in the eye and I can't see out of an eye right now. Something to that effect.
I
You
think the
can
broken
kinda-
nose was the best choice out of that list.
What was that, Bob?
I think a broken nose is the best choice out of that list you just gave.
Yeah,
That sounds pretty horrific.
you can make up whatever you want, bit through your tongue and you're bleeding in your mouth. It's a minor consequence. I'll allow you to pick whatever you want for a minor consequence.
And what does that do for us?
A minor consequence is underneath your stresses. So you can see you have your stresses. So right here, underneath is your minor
What's the
consequences.
benefit from it that we're
There's
getting from this if we chose a
so-
consequence?
So if you choose a consequence, you don't take the physical damage, right? But you have something that till the end of this dream is going to be affecting you, right?
I'm going to keep the damage
You can keep the damage.
now.
All right. How much damage you take, Brandon?
I lost my eyebrows.
You lost your. It's got to be a physical, serious thing.
Okay, a broken nose.
You broke your nose. Okay.
Took 5 damage.
So underneath there, under your in your consequences, right?
Yeah.
You're going to want to write broken nose and mark one off under minor, where it says mild right there. Any -2, you just circle that off as used and write what it is. Right. So it'll say aspect. You'd be like broken
Oh.
nose and mark it off.
Aspects of the top here. Okay, broken nose.
So it's yeah. So no, it'll be in consequences right here, right where I'm pointing.
Oh, I see
Bob.
consequences. Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, so there's the word aspect underneath. So you would mark
Mild.
one off. Yeah.
-2. All right.
Yeah, because you just got flung pretty hard.
Pretty
What-
glad
what-
I use a pen for this.
Neria, were you in the range right next to him? Did you get knocked back?
Yeah, I did.
What happened to you? What was your difference by?
Pardon?
How much damage did you take?
2?
2? That's not bad. All right. So that would be his movement, his action. Everybody's moved back to the edge of the zone. And I will count that as his thing. Before he moves, he says, "You've made a mistake, not just telling me where the weapon is. Each and every one of you will die here today."
Oh, but this is a dream, man. I do not give a shit.
He laughs at that. "Your playfulness amuses me." All right, and I will say that is his whole thing. We get back to Amanda and Aaron. What are you two doing?
Listen.
Anna sort of glances over at Neria and sort of gives her that look like, shall we try again?
Neely is just gonna grin at her
Nice.
and nod.
This time, Anna is going to... actually, is there a rug on the ground under this guy's feet?
No, it's all hardwood. You came
Okay.
through a hardwood fake floor, right?
Right. Okay. In that case, she is going to, I guess, she's actually going to cut across in front of Neria, sort of blocking her from his view,
Mhm.
as she grabs for another tapestry and flings it from a different direction.
It's all carpet game from here forward, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, she's a little limited as to what she can do in combat, so...
Leave it to the ladies to focus on the
I'm
road.
gonna throw out. You're Russian. You could get yourself a PPSH. You know,
Yeah. All right. So
Kalashnikov.
is that what you do? Is you do the carpet move again, the tapestry thing?
Yeah, only this time I'm aiming specifically for his face.
All right. His face has become very serpentine. He's like a lizard person now. All right. So go give me an athletics.
Didn't know he was a politician.
Har!
He deserves a fate point for that.
He uses his weapons to try and sunder it as it comes at him.
I only got 3.
He got a 8. Like, that balances out to just being exactly his weapons.
If nothing else, maybe it distracts him to make an opening for Neria.
He looks extremely pissed. Neria, what are you doing?
So can I, this is gonna sound really freaking weird, but can I manifest him standing in the middle of a set giant bear trap?
You can use one of your fate points to change the environment any way you want.
Done. Which means that because he's standing on a set, it's going to spring on him.
Yeah, you do that. It activates, and give me a weapons attack, any sort of weapons attack you want, and it will be +4 on top of that. Whatever you roll plus your weapons +4.
They go Looney Tunes. You could have dropped a safe on him.
She can do in this moment. She can do anything she wants to the environment.
So, 10.
He got a 7.
I got a 10.
So he takes 3. That marks it up to 4. It snaps on him, and the stuff goes right into him. 6. And using a fate point would be a waste of time because it won't be a meaningful enough difference, so I don't. So he takes the damage. Ah! As the thing traps him in that moment. All right. And that's you two. Is anything you want to free action, any knowledge checks, anything you want to do, say, any other stuff you want to change? You spent a fate point. It's a big deal. Anything else in this environment you want to change? Because it's all up to you. It's your canvas now.
What I am going to do is where Anna, Jack, Alfred, Bolus, and sorry, Bobby, I forget your character's name. Where they all are, they're each going to end up with an extra weapon that I know they're proficient at. So Anna's gonna end up with essentially she's gonna end up with a stack of things that she can shove at him to turn alive. Surrounding.
Beautiful.
Am I gonna double fist something?
Pardon?
You want a second weapon? Is that what you're asking for?
Yeah, like old school, you know?
Yeah, that's the point.
That's the
Everybody's
idea.
getting a second one.
Maybe I'll have some ninja stars. Just
Okay, so everybody say whatever you would want. She openly announces that I can give you any weapon. What do you want? And just say what you want and you get it. Say it out loud.
Like the chain.
Done.
Really? Like I can ask for the Green Destiny?
Sure.
Done.
It appears. You have it.
I think of ice cream.
You take an ice cream.
Oui.
You get the most
Heavenly
beautiful
hash.
bowl
Make it
of
heavenly
ice
hash.
cream you have ever seen.
Look at the back, guys, and this is a dream, and fuck you when I eat my ice cream.
Sure.
Yeah. What about you, Jack?
Gungnir.
Sure.
Gugnir? Yeah.
This,
You sure you want Harry Potter's wand? You can ask for Harry Potter's wand.
Just said
I don't
anything.
want
I'll
Harry
take
Potter's
Odin's
wand.
spear.
You want Dumbledore's Elder's wand.
Well, no, it's Harry Potter's wand at the end of it.
Yeah, but he breaks that shit like a pansy.
All right, Volus, do you get anything? Do you want
No,
anything?
in the books he doesn't.
He wants
I
2
want my-
Pengu Foos.
No. I want
Yes.
my old sword back.
The Sword of Lothbrok?
Yeah.
The one you threw in the lake, the
Yeah.
river.
I got it
Rocket,
back.
I'm a fisherman. No, this
There it is. All right. And he's trapped fighting in that giant Looney Tunes Acme bear trap, trying to get the fuck out of it. All right. Alfred, your go.
What's the state of the fucker right now? He's fighting a Looney Tunes what?
He's in a bear trap.
He's in a giant bear trap. He's
he-
stuck.
He made a bear trap grow out of the ground and manifested weapons for everybody.
So I have it's like when I hold the Green Destiny, it looks like the Green Destiny, but is it the Green Destiny?
You know in your heart it's not.
Oh well, fuck, this is pointless.
But it looks and feels every other way to be just like it.
Yeah, but looking and feeling doesn't make a difference because the Green Destiny's power is the Green Destiny.
Yeah,
Then just dream it
absolutely.
out.
Anyways, I'm just gonna weapons his ass.
Wow.
Do it.
Hey, I got a 9.
You got a 9?
Suck on that.
He got a 6.
Yeah.
All right. So even if he uses his last fate point, that would only bring him to 8, so he's not going to. And you hit him, so 6, 9, that's 3. That would bring him to a 5. He takes the 5 damage, and you feel it, Alfred. You feel it. And you see the ceiling on fire, and you remember this is that moment as you stab into him. This is that moment when he had me pinned, and out of the other room comes your master, and he runs over, and with the sword raised, he goes to strike him, and then it's not right. It doesn't make sense. There's something different. He turns to you and goes, "Who are all these people?" And then you hear from behind someone speaking English. And he says, "You thought you could escape me." And you watch Nicodemus walk into the room. This man dressed immaculately, perfect business suit, perfect hair, well-groomed, looking to be about 50 years old, smoking a cigarette. He has what looks like tendrils of shadow following in and out, moving as if the shadow is alive in and of itself. And instead of a necktie, he's wearing a noose. It hangs loosely around his neck. This is that moment. But instead of being saved, something is off. And I will add
Bob, you're
Mas-
on mute. We can't hear you.
So we will go master.
Doesn't he have the sword too soon now?
Yeah,
I don't
technically.
have the sword yet.
Oh, so you didn't manifest it, even though
Master.
you could. Okay, I'm sorry.
No, I did manifest it, but it's not the sword. It just looks like the sword.
It's just a replica.
But the dream has to follow the time
Oh,
scale.
Hey, Bob, are you polishing your head? Is that polish? Is that head polish?
I had my friend tear off my large toenail the other day.
Ooh.
Oh.
Rough.
I got photos.
Please
It took
no.
3 tries to rip the nail off. 3 tries with pliers.
Why?
Oh, crying
Oh,
out loud.
Why? But
Dude.
why?
Why aren't you in the, like, why don't you go see a doctor? We have
I
healthcare in
did
this
the
country.
pliers.
I don't know if you're telling the truth.
You want to see?
No,
Oh,
we want. I'm rough. Did you drop something on your toe?
Yeah, then the blood blister separated the nail from the skin by like 40%. So I tore the nail off.
Brutal. All right.
Don't you wear steel toes?
obviously
Not in my
not.
house.
Oh,
Not while I'm cooking. I'm just drunk and clumsy.
All right. So right now, the
do I
master.
remember Nicodemus coming in?
Yes,
last time?
this is how it happened last time. The master came in and helped fight off this guy, and Nicodemus walked in after, and well.
Shanked him.
But now, when Nicodemus walked in, he's surprised to see everybody here, so it's different.
This
So-
is no.
Mhm.
I will say
I-
this is no longer my dream.
So
I
Bob-
think because they're fallen angels, they view things. They might actually see this change. It's not just an image of your mind. I think it's because they're actually fallen angels. They view reality different than we do. They might actually see this in some way.
All right, Bob, I can't hear you. It's your turn.
I throw my ice cream at him
Ugh.
Who?
and I say, "Fuck you. This is a
Is it
dream."
Heavenly
man.
Hash? You might actually get a bonus for that.
It is heavenly hash, and I am a true believer. And I bless the ice cream with the power of Christ.
Power of Christ compels you. You don't have blessed this house or any of that stuff.
I have blessed this house.
You
But
do,
I have a
yes,
church,
absolutely.
And it is a
You
house.
didn't throw the
And I
ice cream.
bless my house. 0, 1. I got 1.
Sweet.
Yeah. I have blessed this house all over the place.
You're in a monastery. It's blessed already.
He
I have
gets
blessed ice cream.
6, so he just dodges it.
Not even a little bit of syrup on the face.
No, he says, Nicodemus. Not Nicodemus, sorry. Reginald, I am disappointed in you. Being outdone so simply by this gaggle of fools. Tell me, which of you is the leader of this group?
Oh, it is me. One of me.
Is it,
Jack, put your hand up.
as you put your hand up, so you did an action, that was your attack. You're talking, that's your free action. Do you want to move before he does his turn?
Yes.
I cartwheel backwards with the power of Christ.
Give me an
Where does he?
S1.
Where does he jump into the order?
He's right after Bob.
Oh, okay. Wait,
Yeah.
aren't we after Bob?
So I rolled for them. The master is before Bob, and then Nicodemus is after Bob.
Okay. So Nicodemus tied with Brandon and I.
Nicodemus got a 4,
Oh, okay.
and I allowed Bob to go first because I thought that would at least be fair.
Okay, that's cool.
So you move back
Mhm.
the 5-6 feet.
Full cartwheel. I'm gone.
Are you actually cartwheeling? Give me an athletics.
2. 2.
That's enough. I was hoping for a negative number, and then I'd be able to laugh as you face planted. All right.
And then died? No.
Nicodemus is going to, when you said you're the leader, tentacles strew out of every conceivable area. Every shadow turns into a blade and goes towards you to pierce you. And that is a 11.
11 points damage?
It's a total of 11.
So that's a moderate consequence?
Well, you'd have to roll against him.
You could potentially dodge.
Roll any weapon. You could use athletics to dodge as well, yes.
Could I use rapport to dodge? Because I am very convincing.
Very convincing.
You convince the shadows not to hurt you.
I use my
Think of running
presence
as
to
a
intimidate the shadows not to hurt me.
You used
Ah.
no.
Careful, don't come near me. I'm really fucking bright.
So he's
Yeah.
got an 11.
So can I use presence?
You can use some physical ability. Presence is not a physical ability. Presence is a
You-
force of personality.
You know you've got inhuman speed.
Yeah.
You can use Inhuman Speed to get you the bonus that Inhuman Speed gives you, which
This
is
gives me away. +2.
is it only a +2?
+2.
I printed it out at some point. I know that. Actually, you know what? I think I have it printed out in this stack somewhere.
I like stacks. I stack things. I'm
Yeah.
stacked.
Your
I'm
stack?
stacked like a big pile of lard.
Apparently, I printed it out and didn't add it to that stack. So anyway, I need a full everything roll that you want to do to try and not get fucked up by this. It's a physical attack, so you have to defend it physically.
I'll do inhuman strength is +2, plus my might is +2, +3. 7.
You got a 7. All right, so that would be 4 damage you take.
I will use Friends with Monsters
So I just count down from 7 and fill in 4
and say, hey, look up behind you.
under physical endurance.
Say that again, Bob.
That stresses physical endurance. What
Oh yeah, so it would be in under stress, physical endurance. It would be the 3 slot you would take that damage in. Oh well, it'd be a 4 because you're 7 and 11, so it'd be a 4 slot you would take it.
Well,
in.
I'm bumping him up by 2.
You're bumping him up by 2.
Yeah.
Okay, then it would only be a 2 damage he takes.
Okay, taking a 2 damage.
Inhuman dice, inhuman strength, the sight, soul gaze, dominion, psychic abilities, never.
You're defending, right?
He is
Yeah.
defending.
Trained
Yes, he
by
is.
Ragnar.
Trained by Ragnar.
Which would give him a +4.
Yes.
Nice. So you're spending that point.
Yes.
Nice, nice, nice. This is all turning out nicely. All right. So +4, it's 6. So that would actually bring you above
By
the
2.
amount by 2. So you, because explain how you're using that, Brandon.
I'm guiding him verbally, yelling at him what he needs to do to dodge it or whatever he's trying to do with it.
Oh, left!
Cartwheel better, bitch!
Dodge!
Dodge!
Oh, you mean like this? And I do backwards cart fucking hand over hand.
Uh-huh. So you do that, you dodge. I'm just going to give it to you because it's a lot of damage regardless. But I'm not going to just give it to you. That's giving it away for free. There's a total amount of shit that you guys just did that makes the difference as a team. You just barely jump out of the way of all these intersecting lines of shadow. And Nicodemus goes, well, that's interesting. And will attack someone else. He will attack the master. And that will be a 9. Leo, I need you to roll for me.
What am I rolling?
You are rolling a weapons attack or something.
He rolled a 9. Am I attacking him?
You're rolling for the master for me. Because I want it to be fair.
3.
With that, the spines come out of the air and go through the master every which way. His chest, his arms, right through his forearm. And with his other hand, you see him manifest a green destiny and he throws it to you, Leo. It goes...
If Leo is more trained than the master?
No. It flings through the air to Alfred. Alfred, the sword hits the ground. Actually, roll an athletics for me.
7.
7. You catch the sword, and the master says, "Run!" in Mandarin.
How
As
can he
blood-
run in Mandarin? He should be running
Yes.
in his on the ground.
Yes. in a Mandarin. Anyway, so in the language of the Mandarin people, of the Wudan people, he
Well, there
yells.
is no Mandarin people. It's
I know.
a language. It's not like
That's
English.
why I said.
where-
That's
No,
why I
we
said
don't-
Wudan people.
We're not.
Because
we're
Wudan
not
is a
like-
mountain,
It's
it's
not
a
like the
location.
English and the French.
Yeah, that's why I said Wudan people, because Wudan's a mountain, it's a location. They'd be the people on the mountain.
Would-
But
would the
you're right. When I
Mandarin
said
people-
Mandarin people, I took it back immediately.
the Mandarin people would be Asian Oompa Loompas, wouldn't they?
The Mandalorians are from Mandalore. Okay,
I have a soul.
this is the way. So anyway, he tosses the sword, and you have it. Things were slightly different. Your friends helped you, but
In the
this
end.
this is that moment when he yelled run, and you can see Nicodemus almost lifting off the ground as the room grows dark and the lights begin to flicker as he moves in to kill your master.
Does anybody see a key? Nobody?
Question. Can I kill the master first?
I mean, yeah. I mean, honestly, it's you and Volus' turn now, but you
I
have
will.
it, Leo. It is you legitimately have the green destiny now.
Oh, not just a dream? But
No,
has
you
it?
you have it now. Your
So-
master has tossed it to you.
Okay.
You know what?
Is it my turn?
That guy,
No, not yet.
that monster is still stuck in the bear trap.
Yes, he is.
And I finish what I start. So that spear, Gungir, is finding its way to this guy's heart.
Okay.
Isn't one of the fables of Gungnir that it doesn't ever miss?
Yeah, but this isn't the real Gungir.
That's true.
This is just what Neria imagines Gungnir to look like.
Yeah. See, here's the thing, though. I'm not throwing it. I'm
Two
blasting
hands
it with
spearing.
force. Oh no! I basically
using
just gotta
air?
go, and
Oh.
using my magic to wing that shit at him.
Do it.
Because I'm a wind wizard.
You're full of hot air.
Cold
I'm
air.
full of frigging viciousness. So yeah, I'm gonna bump up my spell with frost. So let's see, that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Plus I'm using I finish what I start. So that's 12, 13.
Jesus.
I think he is dead.
And I'm going to, yeah, I'm also gonna use cold as ice because I'm an asshole here.
Using 2 fate points?
15, yes.
15.
-2.
-1, but +8, so 7. So you thus would have been
8
8 above him. So it pierces through his heart, and he takes the 8th place damage. He spits up a bit of blood and tries to pull himself out. All right. It's good. You guys have done a lot of good damage.
Oh, but as my action, that's that. And then I go like, meep, meep, and then I take off running.
You don't want to do something that gets you 2 more points? No.
You know what?
No,
How many fate points do you have?
no,
I've got 1 left.
no.
I'm the Winter Ritter. This is my job.
Rider. It's pronounced Rider.
Ah, fuck it. I'm
Can
the
we
Winter
fuck
Rider.
over Asmodeus?
Okay, English isn't his first language.
Yeah. So you do that?
It is
Yeah, I'm
ratting.
gonna use the last one, bump it by another 2.
Ratting's hard.
Upon doing so, it doesn't pierce him so much as eviscerate him. Going through all the way to the other side, you see the heart come out, and you hear a ting, ting, ting as a coin hits the ground.
John, JP, you fucking stay away from that.
You've killed him.
I am kind of hungry.
Yeah.
Then at that point, just holding my hand out, looking over at Nicodemus and go, meep, run.
That's your move? Okay, Volus, what are you doing?
I'm gonna grab Alfred by the shoulder and I'm gonna drag him out of that building.
Okay.
We're gonna run.
So that would be your action and your move.
Yes.
Do you resist,
You're not gonna
Alfred?
fight Nicodemus? No?
That's
I
not
mean-
what's happening here today.
They view reality different. I can avenge my master.
No, you can't. We will reset and have to do this all again. Go.
Roll a presence and roll a conviction. So Volus presence, Alfred conviction.
I got 6.
You got 6?
So, my conviction is at a slot 4.
Okay.
I got 0.
So you got a
Yeah, 4.
4.
No, I mean I rolled like
Negative
I
4?
rolled-
So 0.
Wow.
Yeah,
Nice,
you-
bro.
yeah.
Nice,
Ha-
bro.
Having relived this moment, again, despite seeing Reginald killed, you're still caught holding the sword. You remembered that you ran, but now you're so conflicted because you wished with all your might that you had been able to fight him off and save your master, or at least avenge him in the moment. And you find yourself whisked away by your friend Volus, this big Swedish guy, grabbing you, picking you up and taking you away. You almost catatonically shake your head, trying to shake off this feeling, but you can't. It's too much, and you find yourself down the tunnel with, I'm assuming, everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody moving down the tunnel to escape. You get to the fake gate beside the housing. You move it out of the way, and you have the opportunity to escape. Or do any other such stuff. Engage with someone, figure something out. What do you want to do?
No,
Am I
we're
ice
getting the
cream?
hell out of here. This is done.
You run to the front gates, open them up, and escape into the frozen pond. But in your hand, Alfred, isn't the green destiny, but a green jade key.
Oh, mon ami.
Duh.
Duh.
Nerf.
Can I summon the Green Destiny?
You do as well, yes.
But it's not the real. Like, does he get the same feeling
So-
as having the real one in the dream previously?
So
He does. He has a green jade key, long, bulky, with some red silk coming off of it, and the green destiny.
so I just look at the guys and just like, hmm?
You got through your trial, it seems.
I feel like my ice cream did nothing, but I tried very hard.
I think the Acme trap and the spear did the most.
We
By a lot.
that ice cream totally worked.
I think I did more than a little bit with the axe. Thank you.
I don't know. The Acme trap did a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I'm looking at the most damage right now. It's like 7 and 10. Those are 2 of the biggest damages.
Gonna go up here and go, ding, kill count.
But congratulations, your friendship got you guys through this.
What's
Yay.
gonna work? Teamwork.
But
Are you
part-
going to be okay?
I'll be fine.
there's one thing that saddens you, is you didn't go back to your room, and it bothers you because the memory's not quite right. Despite getting the key, you didn't grab the journal, and it bothers you.
Oh yes, but we still have the journal. Like in reality.
Manifest the journal. Make
Can I
yourself-
manifest the journal?
You are in a dream. You can manifest anything.
Roll a conviction.
Really want
You
it.
can try.
6.
No,
Really?
really.
Interesting.
You don't feel like you need to go in and get it, but it bothers you that it didn't play out exactly correctly. From the way your master died to the fight you had with Reginald.
I'm pretty like I sit there and I'm just thinking that this doesn't seem like I think we could have fought. No, what's his name?
Nicodemus?
Yeah, I think we could have killed him.
I
think
can't
we
help but
Ben-
point
Ben-
out that
8 points than we already had.
he rolled a low attack and almost hit Bob for 10.
11.
So 11.
It took
On the-
3
on
of
the
us
low
giving
end.
him all kinds of help to get away from one attack.
Yeah.
And that's
We
a
were
dream
already
attack.
down- We
It's
were
not even a
already
real
down
attack.
to luck points.
And he had 2 attacks.
Yeah, he has 2 attacks per round.
One thing I will do is now that we're out of the battle, I'll kind of helmet shifts back into the hat,
Nice.
and I, shrink by about an inch and take my normal shape.
You only grow by an inch?
The thing
Well,
you
it's
noticed,
just enough to offset me.
the thing you noticed is when Jack pulled his hat down, it turned into a medieval fighting helmet, right? And not only did he
There's
grow
like
a
a
little
face
bit,
shield.
yeah, yeah. But what
Tink.
kind of
A
helmet is that
Sally
called?
helmet.
Yeah. So anyway, so when that happened, he became physically bigger and sounded different. His voice, when he went meep meep, didn't sound like Jack at all. It sounded deep, almost fey.
Like Green Mile, that big guy in Green Mile deep.
Yeah, like it didn't sound like Jack at all. In fact, if you hadn't known that was Jack, you wouldn't have known it was Jack at all.
Pretty cool trick, bro. I have to say, your other you is very interesting.
Winter job.
Yeah, me.
All right. The five outside, they look at you and they go, like Rocco says, what happened? Did you get the key? Is that what that is? As he looks at Alfred. Karen goes, freezing to death out here. Can we move? If you're done, I'd like to move to the next door and figure out how to get the hell out of here.
Karen, nobody likes you. Shut up. I will
There's
throw
no
you in
way-
the pond.
Dirty look.
There's no reason to be so rude to her.
There is. Have you seen her fit in her mind? You're right. I am wrong. I take it back. Karen, you are wonderful.
I'm a very well-educated person. I run a Montessori school, and I deserve respect.
I want to see your manager.
Anna is just gonna like put an arm around Karen's shoulders and start leading her away.
It's one of those
Like,
things.
okay, that's
I'm
enough.
just saying, if we need a sacrifice, I have an idea. Just so all
Excuse
you all
me?
know, we are all on the
She's
same
gonna
page.
roll her eyes.
We need a
Um,
sacrifice.
Social distance.
Daniel says, I was trying something out while I was out here. That door seems to have more properties than I thought.
Like I can own
Oh,
something.
suddenly you
shiny.
know shit.
I've dabbled a little bit. I tried pushing my intelligence into it, my thoughts, my essence, my being into the door, and I got back so much almost visual imagery. I saw people standing around my bed. They had devices, like I don't know what they were. I couldn't see their faces, but there's people in my room. I think Jackie, who nods, was saying something like that. I saw it too.
So, is this happening to all of us? Have we been placed here, not brought together?
Rocco says,
Well, here's-
I think so. I think whatever this is, it's some plot to destabilize the powers in Ottawa. I think they're
hate
trying
you.
to plant something in our minds. I think they may ultimately try to be reprogramming or brainwashing us. Whatever is doing this seems to be trying to program the people that they feel are potentially powerful or magical.
Hmm,
I completely agree with Rocco because I hate it
that's
so
not
much.
good.
It feels so true.
Daniel here seems to have some sort of magic. I think what he's talking about is a form of will. I've heard wizards talking about it, pushing their will into things. Daniel goes, yeah, that's kind of what I got. Will's a good word for it. And Karen's just kind of like walking away with Anastasia. She doesn't say much, but Jackie's like,
It's like watching a kid been given a parent's BB gun.
yeah. So like it's and Faye standing to the side, and he doesn't have much to input, but he does look concerned. Like this is all kind of making sense to him too. He says, "I'm the leader of the Wudang Taoist Temple right now. I'm not nobody, and Alfred's been doing quite a lot in town since you guys left." We're not nobodies. No one.
I am.
Nobody here is no one.
Here's the question then. We're missing someone if we're looking for noteworthy people.
And Rocco goes, "Who are you thinking?"
Big Joe Opera?
Big Joe.
That's what I said.
Yeah. Rocco goes,
I literally just said that.
"Well, I haven't seen Big Joe for a couple weeks. Last I saw him, he was trying to make a deal with the Jade Court. They had wanted some sort of guarantee of transport lines. I don't think he's actually in town right now.
Mm.
Oh, maybe it's processing to me. Oh, but we're not.
But
all
maybe
in
if
town.
he had been in town, maybe he would have been here too."
Where's Sloan right now?
Which one?
Sloan. Jack
Sloan? Oh, Jack Sloan's right here. That's Jack Sloan.
Yeah, but where is he? He's not in Ottawa.
No, Ansel kind of points out, he's like, and I'm the Monarch guy, and the reason Jack is here is because I've connected you four psychically,
Yeah.
which I'm starting to think I'm glad I did.
Well,
I'm thinking two of you here are basically backup at this point, or maybe three of you.
I do not remember how I got here.
Yeah. I don't know
So-
how well known you are, says Ansel to Jean-Paul. He's like, most of the time you have people working for you doing the talking.
Oui. I am known to few who are higher up in the ranks, but not by the locals.
And Jackie says, some people know I'm a mayor, some people don't. He's like, I try and keep to myself on this sort of stuff. I mean, Rocco knows, so it might be something that got leaked through Rocco. Rocco's like, don't assume too much.
But the higher ups know who you are.
And Jackie says, I think Neria's here because Neria's stuck in the dream world, and I just know her. So maybe my mind drew Neria here.
Could be. Jackie, you're the only one who fully knows that I was mayor. Dan took a wild guess that I was a demon of some kind and decided to throw a random spell at me and stick me in the dream world without
trying-
knowing anything about me.
I wasn't trying to stick you in the dream world. I was trying to kill you.
Well, lovely. Instead, you stuck me in a place where all my powers work.
You win some, you lose some.
speaking of,
Dipwad.
you're a moderate talent at best. So why would anyone be concerned about you?
I've may have been using the internet to look out for other people. See if I could. There's a network I joined on Reddit, and I was asking if anyone else had noticed they had abilities. So I've been talking with a few people there, but that can't be
So
it.
you-
There's no way that anyone. It's a pretty tight group. I mean, you don't
Outed
think.
yourself.
On
I
Reddit.
mean, sort of. We were supposed to meet up at some point. I met a few of them already. You think it could be someone I've met?
Oui.
You know what? I have an idea. I walk up to him,
Yeah.
and I slap him in the face as hard as I can.
Thank
I'm
you.
gonna let you know he got a 1. So tell me what.
Not the only person to do this.
So I'd be using
Just
athletics.
fists. If you have fists,
Oh, I do have fists. It's 2.
I need to take fists.
3.
well, you slap him. Have you ever seen the Russian slap game where you get that big Russian guy and he like slaps you and almost knocks him to the ground? That's what
Yes.
happens. You walk up to him and he's just like, straight to the ground.
As he goes
Like
out,
he's-
I kind of lean.
Stumbling back, like one hand on the ground. He's just like, dude.
I lean over him like, you're gonna pull. This is well. If this doesn't jar your memory, I've got a good idea that'll help.
He backs up and keeps a distance. He keeps at least 6 feet from you. He's just like, dude. I had no
Who?
idea this could go sideways. I was just trying to find
Who?
people like me.
Name. Give me a name. Who did you meet?
Name.
Bauer. There's a Clint Bauer I met. He was an older guy, brown hair, clean shaven, seemed really nice. There was a goth chick. She said she was a witch, but she didn't have any powers, didn't know what I was talking about. Her name was Sally. She didn't give me a last name. There was a guy who was a furry who said he could shapeshift, but like he never actually shapeshifted. So I don't know how true that is. You know, his name is Gio. He was a nice dude. God, there was this one guy who was really, really weird though. And like when he came to my house, he didn't want to come in, and I didn't understand what his whole deal was. And you know, like sometimes people like play act to be vampires, so he told him he had permission to come in, and he came into the house and we chatted. But he wasn't like a vampire or anything. I think he was just like a cosplayer, but like he was old school. Like he was talking about playing like Dungeons and Dragons and stuff like that. And when I told him I had a computer, he didn't want to see it. He said he couldn't go near it. He was super weird.
Okay, so quick refresher course for a newbie like yourself. Most often, we can't actually use technology because it fries.
Okay.
If a
Got
wizard,
bad luck with tech, but most of the time it works.
because you're a minor talent, if a wizard walks into your home without invitation, he leaves some of his power at the door.
Uh-huh.
So you invited a powerful wizard into your home.
Okay.
Past any, I'm just going to be very generous and say you have wards.
I don't even know what a ward is, dude. What do you mean, like to ward off creatures, like a cross? I have a cross. My mom has it. It's actually my mom's house.
Okay, so it's your fault. This is your fault.
You don't know. We don't know that for sure. What was that guy's name? I don't remember his name, but he was
I have a
he
good
was
memory.
very he had newspaper clippings of like weird stuff that had gone on, lights in the sky, stuff like that. Man, he was so weird. He asked me all sorts of weird questions. But yeah, like he asked if I knew about the monastery that you guys are talking about that Faye says he's from.
Did he
Did
happen
someone
to
smack
wear,
him
like,
again? Someone smack him again.
It's definitely his fault.
did he wear a gray outfit? Like a gray cloakish looking thing?
No, he was, you know, the whole Men in Black thing? He was dressed like a Man in Black.
Okay.
Like he was business suit. He looked to be in his 50s. Like he was an older dude. I didn't think anything weird of it. I thought he was pretending to be a vampire.
Did he look like he was well dressed, like kind of from the Victorian age?
Yeah, like quite well dressed.
Can someone smack him again?
Gladly.
Yep. Tag.
They
I'll
think
Good
walk
thing-
by-
it's a
I'll
good
walk
thing
by
Anna's
near you
not
and,
there. She's
literally
like-
high five for a tag.
Keeping Karen busy.
You got a one again. What'd you get? You're slapping him. He's trying to like not get slapped. Stop. No, no.
Or
I look at him and say, "You, sir."
You
Or a
slap
fucking
him
idiot.
upside the head so hard, he actually blacks out for a second. He hits the ground, blacks out. And in about 8 seconds, he shakes it off and he's just like, where am I? Oh, God.
you, sir, are an arse.
You, sir, are a fucking idiot.
Can I kill him in the
Messed with-
dreamscape?
Not
No.
yet.
Messed with power.
I'm just
that you
curious.
understand.
I'm just curious. Like, if I started draining him, could I actually kill him in real life?
I mean, the movies with the guy in the dreams, if you die in your dream, you die in real life.
Guys, just stop. Just stop. Rocco goes, calm down, guys. And Jackie's like, all right. And helps him up. He goes, you better have something. And Daniel goes, thank you. I think his name was Charlie Drac something.
Dracula?
No, it wasn't Dracula. I think his last name was made up, but it's Charlie Drac, I think is what he said. And in all honesty, I think he's one of the people in my room.
Can I
So we've
make
established that
a?
this is your fault.
I'm a victim here too, guys.
No,
what are the
you're an
odds I
idiot.
might recognize the name at all?
Roll lore.
It's not terrible. That is 5 total.
5 total. There have been people who have called themselves the dragon before, right? Or you've heard of people named Charlie. Nothing comes to you right away.
Okay.
But his description sounds vaguely like Reginald.
It's an Aryan.
At this point, Anna's like slowly angling Karen back towards the group. Just went on a bit of a walkabout to get her to stop bothering people.
Hey, guys, I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
bow out.
This is 10 o'clock. It's done.
Yeah.
So, all right. Good session, everybody.
Thank
See
you
you
for the
guys in
game.
2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks.